Went high and tight with a haircut. What's happened here?
Yeah, new me this year, but same me. Be the same me on the field, but had to change it up.
Yeah, the CFL was fond of the old you with the MOP awards and the stampeding over defensive backs.
Yeah, I had that long hair for like almost 10 years, and I was going back and forth the last couple of years. And I think living in Bali, it's so hot out there, and training and swimming every day. I was like, it'd be a lot easier just to shave the head, and I went and did that.
How was the offseason for you?
It was really good. Yeah, it was a great off season, lots of travel, whole lot of cool experiences that I got to do during the off season, and obviously when it came to the training, it was really good. I feel like every off season I try to think about last off season and things that I can kind of improve on, things that maybe I can get rid of or I don't need to really focus on. So it was good. I felt this one was really, really good.
What do you take away from the 2024 season?
Yeah, obviously, not the way we wanted to finish. But when I think back of the last season, what I really take away is we didn't start fast enough. I think it does start here in training camp, and then you look at the start of the season. It wasn't our standard here. It didn't feel like Blue Bomber football. So I think heading into this season, maybe a little bit more urgency. I think guys always put effort in, but I think when we start the season, I think we need to just get back to who we are early in the game, early and often, and start the season that way, because I don't think we started it that way last season.
Brady, obviously you have a lot of experience working with Jason, but what are you expecting to be different about this offense now with him stepping in as the new offensive coordinator, and how do you guys kind of hit the ground running and get acclimated to each other quickly here in training camp?
Yeah, I think Jay knows me best out of anyone on this staff, right? Obviously with us working very closely together the last number of years, and he knows what my strengths are, what my weaknesses are, and even with the weakness part, there's weaknesses in everyone's game, but how can you try to improve on those things? And Jay and I would work on that every single week, was trying to work on more of the weaknesses. So he knows me better than anyone, and I think he's really going to know how to utilize me maybe a little bit more. And I think that goes to be said with every player on this offensive side of the ball. One thing about Jay, he's very personable. He really gets to know his guys, the ins and outs, us as human beings, but also as football players, like understanding how to get him the ball in the right place at the right time, what are his strengths, and I think you're gonna see that not just with myself, but I think with everyone across the board, utilizing people to the best of their ability to go out there, be successful, and help this team win games.
You talked about the off season, and you sat there and you kind of analyzed a bit about kind of what you do well and what you kind of got to work on. Just talk a bit about some of those things, what you do well, and some of the things you think you could do better at.
Yeah, I think when talking about like an off-season standpoint, like when it comes to my preparation throughout the season to get me to this point, I think one thing that I didn't do much of this year was heavy lifting. I don't think at the point of my career where I am now, heading into year 6, putting 600 pounds, 700 pounds on my back, I don't need to do that anymore. So I kind of still lift heavy weight. It's still necessary, but there comes a number and a point of like, okay, what's excessive, right? So kind of taking that away a little bit this off season and doing a lot more mobility. I spent a ton of time doing mobility classes out in Bali when I was there, and I really think that it's going to allow me to maybe be a little bit looser on the field. But I think just little things like that. I think when it comes to the game of football, though, I think now that I'm in the building now, I'm always going to try to get better every single day, 1% better every single day. But now that we're back in the building, we're going to watch some old tape from last season. Obviously, with my new running back coach, we're back in the lab now, so we're going to try and find ways to improve. We can always improve and get better, so we'll see what those things are.
Look at all the changes here, Brady. It's made an effect on the odds makers. They have the Bombers, I think, the 4th best odds of winning the Grey Cup this year, a team that's been in the last 5. I'm sure, again, you can't predict the future, but what do you guys believe you have with all the change, with all the movement from last year?
It's perfect, man. Let them think we're gonna, whatever it is, fourth best, whatever they want to think. I think we're gonna be in a good place this season. We got obviously every year we're gonna lose guys, but it's still a vet heavy team. We got that vet presence on this team, and we have great coaches. I think it's on the offensive side of the ball. Speaking on the offensive side of the ball, it's going to start with obviously Coach Jay as being the offensive coordinator, calling the right plays, and he just brings such a good energy every day. I think guys are really it's only been day one on the field, but even from the meetings last night, like he just brings such a good attitude and energy, like every single day, even if it's in the meeting room or on the field. So I think he's going to do a great job again of getting us into the right position at the right time, getting the ball to the right players, utilizing us at the best of our ability, and letting us going out there and dominate. So we have a lot of skill on this football team and a lot of skill on the offensive side of the ball. So try to get them the ball and yeah.
Keep an eye on what happens in the offseason. How do you think the West is shaping up? A lot of changes across different teams. Calgary's got a brand new quarterback. Obviously, Bucks leading BC. Saskatchewan looks like they've taken a step forward. Edmonton has a whole new identity, if you will. What are you expecting that division to look like this year?
Yeah, I kind of keep tabs a little bit. I think Edmonton kind of went all out there and kind of was signing everyone. So I think the West will be very very challenging this season, but that's good. Yeah, lots of change all across the board. But I mean, I don't really know if I keep that many tabs throughout the offseason. I think the biggest thing is worrying about what you can control in this moment. In the moment during the offseason every day, like how can you approach that day to get again 1% better, and then when you get out here, I mean, it's really just about us. I mean, we expect everyone's best every single week. I think especially against the Bombers, people want to take us down, and so we expect everyone's best, whether it's the West or the East. So I think it's just focus on yourself, go out there, dominate, play, be the most physical person on the field, and don't get stopped. Have that mindset, and I think we'll be all right.
Brady, big year for the organization. Obviously, you guys are hosting the Grey Cup. Is that on the back of you guys' minds, or is it just kind of business as usual, trusting the process, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I mean, you hear it every day when you're out in the community. I mean, I hear it all the time from people, which is good. It's going to be amazing for the city of Winnipeg. People are extremely excited to be having the Grey Cup here in our backyard. But I think for us, it's business as usual. I mean, I know for me especially, I think, every single season you try to make it to the last game, right? It doesn't matter where it's played. As an ultimate competitor, you want to be playing in the last game of the season and you want to win that game. So I think if we, when we get there this year, it'll be that much better because obviously it's here at home, but it's business as usual, man. We got to, take care of business. It starts obviously here as day one in training camp wrapped up. It was a good day, and we got to attack every single day with a good attitude, good mindset, and get better every single day. Take that throughout the season and get there and finish it this time.
What do you make of Zach's suspension to start the season?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's crazy how they switched the rules after that, right? Whenever that happened, and for me, my thing is if you can't get a hold of the player, why don't you reach out to the team, and then the team can try and reach out to the player. But you guys aren't even trying to exhaust every single option, right? So it's unfortunate. He's obviously a massive part of this team. He's a leader. We all got his back, and we'll be ready for him to join us for week 2, and expect him to do really big things this season.